Morning.
Good morning.
Morning. So today we're gonna do a little walk, little mindful walk. It's called Kinhin for all those who not familiar. I'm the jockey,
I'm a gypsy.
and we're gonna go ahead and enjoy a little walk together this morning. One of the things that mindful walking does for us is gives us a chance to reset instead of having to focus on sitting down and breathing. We can walk and allow our thoughts to come to us and let them pass. So maybe you can take a couple moments for yourself and find a nice comfortable place and breathe.
Yeah, if you've ever sat down to meditate, or you think it's just for hippies, but you need to calm yourself down, a mindful walk is an excellent way to clear your mind, breathe, get in touch with nature. It really does help you clear your mind, just the rhythm of your walking and breathing fresh air.
Gives you a chance to reset, gives you a chance to find out what's important. Woke up this morning with an agenda, right? All the things that need to happen, all the things you didn't do, all the things that could happen, all the things that might happen. It's enough to drive you nuts. And then there's a sense of responsibility of the things we know we need to do, and those things supersede it. When we get agenda driven like that, we miss our purpose, we miss our reason, we miss our flow. And we start chasing somebody else's highlight reel, and you become a extra in someone else's movie instead of the star of your own. So super important, which is nice because when, especially out here, you get a chance to breathe and to get a chance to see life and the stuff we overlook all the time. Like, I know it doesn't seem like much. You're walking down a path and say, wow, that's a pretty flower, or that's a nice weed, or that's a cool tree. But there's some truth to that, some grounding that happens. And when you start becoming present, all your little emergencies start disappearing, and the real important stuff like family, health, the things that you can care about after you came first start to become and resonate with you as important. Ooh, we got a choice. You want to go to the right or the left?
To the
Gypsy.
right.
Okay,
To the right.
We're going to the right.
Yeah, and when you start walking, you start breathing, and you really can't help but calm yourself down, because you've set a pace, you're walking, breathing, and it clears your mind. Scientifically, it's been proven to help clear your mind and actually create new mental connections. You're more creative, you can think clearer, you stop thinking about 27 things at one time, and you can focus on the one that's really important.
Yeah, that's for sure. It's you. You're what's really important.
Yes.
You are to us too, so.
Yeah, if you can't calm yourself down and ground yourself, nothing else is going to really work very well for you.
And the great thing about this is you can literally do it anywhere. So I do it every morning. I usually go barefoot, and I can walk around my house or around my yard,
Yeah.
bare feet in the dirt, bare feet in the wet grass. It's cleansing, it's grounding. It allows me to take my thoughts one at a time and decide if they're important or not, which is really important because most of them are assassinating thoughts that don't need to be. So once I can identify I'm not my thoughts, I'm just the observer of my thoughts, it changes everything. You live in a less panic mode, and the blood goes to the rest of your organs. We staying right or we going left? Okay, cool. So, and what's nice is we find a nice little couple of paths, some cool trails that you can just walk in 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, depending on how much time you have. You know, set yourself a timer, 5 minutes up, 5 minutes back.
And even if you're in a place that's not like Florida, where it's sunny and nice to walk right now, you can take a few minutes just walking to your vehicle, and instead of worrying, breathe deep. Pay attention to your footsteps, and just that little walk can help.
The little bit of I am that comes with that, and what follows is super important. I am puts a confidence to your breath. I am okay. I'm good.
Yes.
And usually once that anchors, the rest of everything becomes a choice. Up here's the cypress swamp where I want to sit for a minute.
Okay.
We got some cool cypress up here. Nice little place to relax and chill.
It's beautiful.
Yes, this is gorgeous. This path is only about half a mile, 3/4 of a mile, but it has several little twists and turns, so you can end up doing a couple miles
Yeah.
in here without having to go too far from your vehicle. So, you know, 5 minutes is all it ever takes, really, and it's a great place to start, you know. And what I like about this is you don't have to find a cushion, sit Indian style, or find some place to find a monk and do it. You know, I couldn't naturally meditate at all when I started. I gave myself 5 minutes, and I didn't even last 30 seconds before I bailed on it. And I'm like, meditation, I can't meditate. Well, I don't even know what a meditator is, let alone sit like one. But the rewards that you get from being grounded and being silent, it's unmeasurable.
Yes. And when I first started, I couldn't meditate either because I couldn't calm the monkey mind until I discovered breathing. But even before that, I used to run every day, and I felt like when I ran, I had a much better, calmer day. And so that's what I was actually doing, is breathing, getting rid of all the garbage in my head. When you're running, you really can't think about all your problems, at least when you first start running, because you're thinking about breathing and making your legs move.
Absolutely. Here's a nice place for us to be.
Yes.
Let's sit here for a second. One of the things that I've noticed in doing this and being mindful and taking the time to meditate, to do these things, is once I get a hold of my breath and I feel it go in and I feel it go out, I'm no longer running my programming. I'm actually feeling where the air is going, where it's exhaling at, and then I become aware of my presence, and I can change my geometry. I can calm myself back down. I can ask myself questions that matter, and that's pretty important, you know. Otherwise, we're reactive all day, and reactive means we're not in control. That means we're not designing our day. We're being reactive to our day. So for all you pacers, people who like to pace, just know those are critical thinkers. You're generally a critical thinker. Pacing is the only way you can do that. Understand your calves are your second brain. That's why you pace. You're pumping blood and oxygen to your brain to be able to think. So for critical thinkers, hey, these meditative walks are wonderful. They're beautiful and they're incredible. Kinhin is a science. Kinhin is a meditative science that was designed ages ago, way before this civilization. So this has been passed on from civilization to civilization, generation to generation, and the translations of it get lost, especially in our Western culture. You don't have to walk like a monk with your hands to your heart and do all these different things in order to get the benefits of it. What's very simple is taking the time to do it. That's all. We chase what we want, not what we need. And I'm sure every one of us would love to be able to not feel anxious, to not be rushed, to not feel worried. And we feel like whatever this is the most important thing. And the reason that you feel that way is because we haven't taken the time to breathe, to reset. First thing you did was grab your phone. What did that do? That just puts you right in front of a reflection of a polished reflection that you can't measure to. You scroll to the next one and you see somebody doing something that you think is cool, and then that's what you want to do.
Right.
And now what you were supposed to do, designed to do, been doing, is now put to the wayside by something else you just seen. And that leaves you anxious and blood in your hands and feet, because why? You're not good at it yet, right? You can't do it. You can't do that. Or you think that's what we're measured by.
Yeah. And I think right now, especially, there's a lot of anxiety. Everyone has anxiety for different reasons. But I found that when you walk and breathe, even for a few minutes, it really clears your head. And I think a lot of people who suffer from anxiety would feel a little bit better if they just take a few minutes and walk and breathe. They'd be able to sort through all the garbage in their head and come out thinking a little bit clearer.
So give yourself a chance, give yourself an opportunity to feel your own safety. It doesn't need to be provided by someone else. It's not going to be provided by your government. It's not going to be provided by your neighbor. It's not going to be provided by your spouse. It's not going to be provided by your children, and it doesn't come provided by loving on other people or being accepted by anyone else. Who you need to accept is yourself. And as you do accept yourself, accept your flaws, accept your strengths, accept all of them, and understand that your thoughts are not you. You're the observer of your thoughts, and you can choose how you feel. I know this doesn't sound right, but you can. If you're running around being reacted to everything, and everything that you see, hear, and feel, everyone owns you, and you have no control. So take a second to understand what's important to you. Breathe, reset, find a space. If you can't do it sitting down or laying in your bed or finding that time because your brain runs scattered, pump it up. Walk and breathe. Find that center. You'll find peace in it. I'm so happy you guys have joined us today.
Yes.
So stay tuned.
We'll see you next time at Source and Love.
Source and Love. Bye.